Hello, favorite shitters, self, whoever ends up watching this, friends in Germany. Um, this is the very updated list on Yuriko. A lot of different cards swapped in and out, so felt the need to document this. I think the last update was maybe like 2-3 months ago, so a lot has changed since then. Mana base mostly the same. Here's the fetchables and the fetches. Got nice basic land updates. Love these unglueds. All of the fetches are now matching, which is kind of dope. Here's the gold lands, the semi-unconditional dual color ones. Reflecting pool still in here for now. These are good because MDFC good with Yuriko. Takanuma, Boseiju, gotta get that in Japanese. Shizo, the good utility land. This is really good with Notion Thief. I would play it if you're playing Yuriko. Also nasty with fueling for Delve. So finally got a Gemstone Cavern. That's pretty sweet. Pretty useful because you can gas up on Yuriko hits after pitching to it. But yeah, mana base, no huge considerations to talk about. I don't like check lands, so I don't love Drowned Catacomb, but I'm still playing it for now. Ramp, still the same, right? Got the free ones, got the fast ones, and we got the 2-color producers. Then what do? Sometimes you win with the Oracle Consult. Nothing new there. So, on to the ninjas. Ninjas first. So, still have these guys, the 4/1 drops. This one can ninjutsu for 4. If you play Yuriko, you know what all of these do. Keeping in the unsummoned guy. This is good because we have more rogues than we ever have. We have a whole dedicated rogue package that's been working out well, so this does double duty. Sakashima student, when will they print a foil? Still worth it. Ingenious, great. You want a lot of burst draw. Obviously, we have a bunch of different pitch effects. Still got the Horny Orny 312. Hope still useful. We're in farm. Meta, there's also Karakashima. There's various spell-based combo decks. Jinji still useful. It's got haste. Sometimes I want to play Lightning Greaves for other guys, but for now I'm playing too much reactive shit to care about Lightning Greaves. I do have a lot of little 1-drops because I'm playing Arcane Adaptation, and a bunch of them are rogues. Notably, this is a rogue as well, the -1/-1. We have a rogue in Tetsuko, a rogue in Douthie. New addition is Fimage, just haven't had one for a long time, so I expect this to do good work. New excellent rogue / Yuriko mainstay in Fairy Mastermind. This card's great. You could kill Thoracle abusers with it if they're not careful. Sweet new addition, thank you Emrys. The OG Japanese foil Sig. We have a whole rogue package, / I just want a lot of passive card draw. Gix. You can use the activated ability. I've done it before. It was pretty sweet, but I've really been enjoying it. I feel like it slots well into Yuriko, considering I also have Notion Thief and Fairy Mastermind, so I like it. Don't feel required to play it. Oppo's great, on the other hand. I always play Oppo. I have a whole bunch of flash in this deck. It's worth playing, as well as just instants. Brazen, notably a rogue, pretty sweet. Mary is half the reason I keep saying rogue. Works well with the change lanes. A lot of passive card advantage, and you have Grave Hate, you have Ramp off this. It's just fucking excellent. Plus, giving stuff Death Touch is useful for the ninjas. Grim Hireling, same thing. Rogue benefits from going wide, also removal on a stick. I'm very into this. Then we have Notion Thief, so if we're not winning with the unfair way or just with ninja damage, we can try to go for Notion Thief into Windfall. I also have Nashi to try to do the Nashi into Enter the Infinite. The way that you do that is with these top deck tutors. I don't have Scroll Rack in my list right now. That might be an oversight, but I do have Vamp, Mystical, Imp Seal, Limb Dulls. You could DT for, obviously for anything, and then still step through. And also we have the Brainstorm to fix if ETI is in the hand. Otherwise, you just fucking pitch it to Force of Will. We also have the top to fix for Yuriko and fetches and Brainstorm and all that shit. Then card draw, Remora, Ristic, then just generic interaction. I feel like I run a good amount of it and maybe some cheeky ones, but we've got Swan Song, pretty staple, same with Offer. We have some pseudo expensive, some actually expensive cards mana wise, so we're playing Mana Drain. Trickbind, fucking Thoracle, greedy fetch land abusers, Yeah, it's just like it's so nasty. Like obviously you can't hit mana abilities, but like there's just like so many activated abilities that can win the game, or triggered abilities like Curiosity, Control, obviously like Nagila, Kinnin, like it could get out of control. So it's nice to stop. Muddle gets a lot of relevant shit. Otherwise, it's like the worst counterspell in the deck, but it's still relevant. It gets Thoracle. It gets Cover of Darkness. It does get Scroll Rack if you need that. If you're running it. As for more counter spells, the free ones, Fierce, Force. We don't have enough islands to play the card foil, but we do play Force of Will. Ooh, shiny Misdirection. And then as for removal, and like we've already seen a little bit of it with like Brazen and that, Grim Hireling activation and stuff. More generic stuff, we have Chain, Cyclonic Rift. March is great. You could just use it offensively or defensively. Big fan of it. It's also, a pitch spell. Crippling Fear, named Ninja, or named Rogue, or named Human, really depends. Force of Despair. People like overlook this card a lot, but you generate a bunch of card advantage, and like you want to leave up 3 pretty often anyway for like Oppo all the way cheaper in terms of instant stuff. Sometimes even Notion Thief, so for 4. But you could hard cast it, or you could just pitch and like fuck up, like I've done it to Alex on Nagila, but you could like fuck up a farm deck. You could fuck up just like anyone super committing like Kinnin for just pitch the worst, black spell in your hand. Deadly Relic, pretty staple, standard, whatever. Snuff, beautiful foil. Submerge. Submerge is really cool because you could also do it on your own shit. So like if you have a high CMC thing, submerge it, hit it with Yuriko again. I really don't see that happening in my build. Like you could do it with the Shadow, I guess, that is like 15 or something, but otherwise just like free, really, really good disruption. Cover of Darkness, this is kind of like the Yuriko exclusive stuff / my techs. People all run cover, that's not really up to me. But I also run Arcane. This I feel like people misconstrue for like a casual card. You get really, really good value off of this and like your non-ninja enablers. Not to mention, I'm already going super wide anyway for like Gix and Mary and Grim Hireling, that type of shit. So you're going to be able to poke in with your little idiot like pseudo judges familiars. Also, obviously, like make everything a ninja, therefore everything can get in with cover, hopefully. So I'm playing the Rogue package also for Notorious Throng. If you're not familiar, you could pay 6, which seems like a lot, but I'm playing like 6 rocks plus a bunch of treasure makers. So pay 6 after you've hit with a rogue, and then you make X1/1 fairy rogues with flying, where X is the amount of damage you've dealt to your opponent. You have dealt, not life they have lost, so you've had to deal damage. Yuriko triggers, unfortunately, doesn't work that way. However, you do get to untap with like a shitload of rogues, so you could then go arcane them into ninjas, and then you also you take an extra turn, which is the whole fucking point. So pretty sweet. I don't see myself casting this for 4, but never say never. And then my own like personal tech choice is Hellfire. Really, really fucking useful. Only hits black creatures, or rather doesn't hit the black creatures. So like a lot of our rogues are black, like Yuriko is black. Yeah, you hit like your colorless creatures, but like who gives a shit? Like there's only one colorless ninja anyway. And it's really tough to like wipe the board in a Yuriko strategy. Like you don't really want to run Toxic Deluge. You don't really want to run Damnation. So this is like a cool workaround. Like you're going to take a shellacking on your life total, but it is what it is. At 5, also a little expensive, but hey, maybe you flip it to Yuriko. Everyone reads it at the table and goes, huh. And then lastly, obviously, we have Temporal Mastery. So this is not a tech. This is just more like you're only going to see it in Yuriko. But yeah, we have the Cephalid to fuel it, as well as just like discarding hand size, fetches, that type of thing. So this is the list. I think I actually need to make a cut. I'm pretty sure I'm at 100. So, oops. But, let me know if you have any thoughts. Hopefully this is useful to anyone that runs the deck, and it's definitely useful to me because the deck changes a lot. Sometimes I forget my former experiences. So future self, when you read back on this, you're an idiot. To everyone else, I will see you soon.